Hi ladies, this is Aoife from Women's Health Dublin.ie. So we're progressing our pelvic floor exercises and again combining them with glutes and abs and leg muscles to get the best contraction we can. So we're coming up against gravity. We've already done our all fours and our bridge, and now we're going to come into the hover position, and next we're going to come into standing. So this hover is like a nice preparation for squats. It's also very like the bridge if you think about it. So what we're going to do is come onto the knees. Heels will be touching at all times, so we can push our heels towards each other to get our external hip rotator muscles activated. Hands are going to come on the hips so we get a nice little hip thrust. And then we're going to lean back, and as we come forward, we're going to squeeze our pelvic floor as we exhale. We're also going to add the ball in, but if you don't have a ball or a cushion, that's fine, you don't need it. What I'm going to do now is just show you from the side on. So the heels have to stay touching at all times. And again, we're going to hip hinge, so bring the hips behind us. Now we're really watching that the back stays lovely and straight, that it doesn't arch, okay? Because we want our tummy muscles to be able to engage, and if we arch too much, the tummy muscles won't work. We're keeping those heels touching at all times, and then as we come up and forward, we're going to squeeze the ball between the knees and squeeze our pelvic floor together as we exhale. Now, if we go too far forward like this, we're going to come into a tuck and a backward lean, which is what we're like in a lot of our pregnancy. So we want to make sure we stop and come into that neutral pelvis, just like when we were like on all fours, and the same with our bridge. So finding that sweet spot. So for some of you, it could be back here, and for some of you, it'll be just over the knees. So we don't want to push our hips forward, drive past the knees, because that's not great for the pelvic floor, okay? And so pelvic tilts matter. Our neck matters. We don't want to be driving through the neck. The jaw matters, so we don't want to be clenching our jaw. So we really want to exhale through the mouth and through soft lips so that we're not squeezing at the jaw. It's absolutely amazing how the foot, the hip, the jaw, the breath pattern, everything affects the pelvic floor. And that's why you should really see a physio, because doing things at home, you could easily be getting something wrong in the chain. And when you get it right, you really feel the difference in your pelvic floor. So I'm going to put my Pilates ball in between my knees. Okay. And we're going to breathe in as we tilt back and hip hinge. Exhale, squeeze. Huff. Breathe in, let everything go. Exhale, squeeze. Huff. Breathe in, let everything go. I'm just going to move my ball up a little bit higher. Squeeze into the ankles. Huff. And again. Breathe out. Huff. So I didn't feel that contraction is good that time. I think I went too far forward. So again, feeling in your own body where that perfect position is. As you breathe in, hip hinge, breathe into your two sit bones like everything's opening and spreading apart. Exhale, squeeze. Much better for me that time. Breathe in. Let everything go. Again, breathe in. Let everything go. Breathe in, 4 more. And squeeze and lift up. Squeeze the heel, squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Watch that neck position. Tummy should be working gently. You're not bracing. And huff. 3 more. Two more. And your focus really needs to be pelvic floor all the time. There's a lot to think about here, isn't there? Last one. And 10 fast. Tilt, squeeze, tilt, squeeze, tilt, huff. and stop. Okay, so that's our hover. So I want you to practice that for the next few days. So 10 slow, 10 fast with our hoof, squeezing the feet, squeezing the thighs, squeezing the pelvic floor, watching the neck position, watching the jaw. Lots to think about because everything is connected. We really want to strengthen this pelvic floor now in an upright position because now we're going to be progressing to normal life and function, okay? And ready for our live classes for whoever's joining me. I'm Aoife from womenshealthdublin.ie.